Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB. Today in the arena, we go mono blue. Mono blue Delver of Secrets for the Delver Boomers. Did you know this card is still legal in Standard? It is missing some of its best friends from the old school days, like Ponder in that one was pretty darn good. Geist of St. Traft, that was a clock. But it still has a lot of friends in the arena. And this deck is built with a very low to the ground mindset. In fact, we're only running 17 lands, and we're running all kinds of ways to protect our investment in the Delver of Secrets, because actually flipping it is, it's an achievement in its own way. So from Spell Pierces and Slip Out the Backs and Sleight of Hands, we have all kinds of ways to get selection in our deck and help find our very low amount of creatures and hopefully get our Delver turned upside down. So also supporting cast, we have Ledger Shredder, which is awesome because we have so many cheap spells. We have Haughty Djinn and Tolarian Terror. The Terror makes a lot of sense because we fill our graveyard really fast. Haughty Djinn has been a mainstay in these mono blue decks. Going down to 2 is a nod to the fact that we're running a very low curve. The Djinn is at its best when you play it with a little bit of mana open so that you can then protect the Djinn, but running something like that makes it less likely to flip your Delver early. So instead we leaned harder into Ledger Shredder, which can help fill the graveyard faster for a cheap Tolarian Terror. One Flow of Knowledge helps completely rebuild if we end up downing cards. And for the counter spells, we actually cut cards like Make Disappear, and we run cards like 2 Negates and 3 Spell Pierce, but we mostly worry about our opponent's spot removal and not the other things that they might resolve. That's why we have 4 Slip Out the Backs and 4 Shore Ups. When the occasional Shieldred sneaks through, well, a Witness Protection can go a long way to solving the problem. A legitimate business Shieldred isn't quite as threatening. It can't even block our flying creatures, so that's really cool. Today's video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com. We're on the official CoolStuffInc.com YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe. But there's another important announcement, and we're gonna go big cam for this. Let's go. It's the new Covert Go Blue play mat. It's your beautiful streamer, your beautiful content creator, me, CGB, on a beautiful dinosaur. Illustrated by Andre Garcia. If you want this limited edition playmat and the new Covert Go Blue dinosaur token, that's a 3/3 dinosaur with trample, that's gonna be important. We've got Ixalan, Lost Caverns of Ixalan coming up. If you want these, they're in a sweet bundle at CoolStuffInc.com/CGB, also known as Covert Go Blue HQ. Head over there, CoolStuffInc.com/CGB. Use the promo code CGB5 on the site and you get an extra discount. And the bundle, both the playmat and the token, is just $19.99. Great price. Thank you very much to Andre Garcia and CoolStuffInc for making this happen. Get yours today. Now, we were here to talk about decks and play Magic the Gathering, right? So let's dive back in and let the nonsense begin.
New discoveries await as we venture down into the Lost Caverns of Ixalan. All pre-orders come bundled with a brand new exclusive Covert Go Blue dinosaur token. Every single sealed product, commander deck, bundle, everything that's coming with the new set gets upgraded with a new Covert Go Blue token for free. Get your pre-orders in and see what awaits at the center of Ixalan. CoolStuffInc.com, cool stuff in stock.
On the play, we've got the Delver. Let's delve. No amount of beach balls will save you. Although this is kind of cool. Decline. Classic. If I had flipped the Delver on turn 2 on my first game, I'd know I was a true Delver player, like in my heart and soul. Candy Trail, sure. Gotta be selective on your Spell Pierce. I think we'll find a target. Our opponent looks like they might be playing some kind of a black, white, or Esper control deck. Reveal! Although, whoa, the 1 flow? And we only have 3 lands? Tough. But we get our attack on. The Insectile Aberration is coming. That is a Gumdrop Poisoner. Esper food, huh? Still not worth a counterspell. Better to be patient. Even drawing lands gets us ahead. Here comes our first attempt at removal. Grasp. Let's slip out the back. No life gain for you. Defend our Delver Clock. That's what it's all about. Trail activated. Maybe they need a land. Another trail. They probably just drew that. Otherwise, if they needed a land, they'd play the trail first and try to scry one to the top. Yeah, so that's how their draw went. 2 Witness Protection, not great in this matchup, and the only 2 in the deck. Little unlucky. Hopefully we find a good use for them. Edict. I would like to slip out the back again. Success. Consider off the top. I consider this a sign that I should cast it. Oh, that's good. Oh yeah, that's nice. You do have to worry about if they have the untapped land Gumdrop Poisoner's ability, but it would still only be for 3, and we now have 4 toughness on the Aberration. So we're doing okay. And then the Gumdrop Poisoner, we can either bounce it with Fading Hope, probably not, or Witness Protect it to take away the lifelink. I'm waiting till our turn to act. Another Spell Pierce. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Yeah, the 2 Witness Protections and the 1 Flow of Knowledge are not the ideal cards to draw for this game, but we're still in it. Path of Peril. That has to be negated. Opponent immediately reaching for something here. To counter the negate. In that case, I will Spell Pierce the Path of Peril. And now we're going into a final push here where we have a Spell Pierce and 2 Fading Hopes. But not much else to save us if the opponent wants to remove our Insectile Aberration. So let's see how much more removal they have in their hand. They do have a food, so they're not dead yet. And they wait till our turn to act. The chess match continues. To combat. They nom food. Survive at 1. I might need all of my mana to make sure that my Insectile Aberration lives, so we pass. Cycle Rafine's Tower. They've had a lot of unused mana on a number of turns when they could have got the Poisoner out. They pass. Alright. I will attempt to consider the land. I kind of want the land because the Flow of Knowledge. We don't need it if we can get this job done with the Delver, but we do need it if we have to power through. Let's keep it. There's a good chance we have to Fading Hope our Delver to keep it alive, which is going to make everything harder. Nope, they're just dead. That's fine too. We'll take it. Delver, Delver, give me the news. I got a bad case of not transforming you. Flipping over lands and creatures too. I got a bad case of not transforming you. But, I mean, at least we're drawing you in the opening hand. Let's go. What you got? Oh, an island. And nothing. Delver. So, a lot of different situations when you're on the draw, whether or not you run out your Delver. If I see a swamp or a mountain, I probably wait till I probably turn 1 Sleight of Hand and then Spell Pierce, protect my Delver. But against mono blue, there's only one that, I mean, I like flipping. but I've drawn the one of Flow of Knowledge as the second draw in 2 out of 2 games. That is weird, and yeah, that happened. Fairy Mastermind? No! No way. I am considering this island, and I'll take it, because if I resolve a Flow of Knowledge, we can power through the blue deck. I think they're going to play a Djinn, which lets us Witness Protect, because I don't think they're ready for that. Do I take a Fading Hope? I don't think so. Let's take a Terror. We're gonna fill this graveyard, right? I think so. Play a Djinn. I'm tapped out. They don't. Do I play a Djinn? I do. Make them have it. Make them use it. They did scry top. Okay, more fairies. Maybe this deck isn't the mono blue I'm used to. Lore Master. So I can draw an additional card here. If I take the additional card, everything costs more. I think I can do that. And then I just Witness Protect the Lore Master so they don't get a card out of it. Now, of course, if they counter this Witness Protection, I feels bad. Success. Just a legitimate business Lore Master that gave me a card. We're up a lot in cards. The question is, will we be able to use them in this game? Opponent does not attack. I don't know what that means. Djinn? We go for it. He's not very big. What are you thinking about? If only, like, I don't know. It's got to be like what to do with this, like, one Fading Hope or something, or this one Make Disappear. And we got it. Djinn versus Djinn. Theirs gets to attack first, but I might be able to cast a Flow of Knowledge. Quick study. Pretty good that they have a card draw effect there. But did they draw a counter spell? Why? Seems so useless and so random. Maybe they just don't want it around? Maybe they're just disappointed with having a legitimate business thing? Wow. Okay. 3 mana open. Flow of freaking knowledge. If it resolves, we're so ahead. If it doesn't resolve, we're so behind. God, that's tough. Let's slight. See what we see. You see them reach for their hand when we hit the stack. That feels like a counter spell. Oh, that's not a good look. All right, let's go for a Terror. You know they want to get another. Yep, Make Disappear. We got it. Let's get a Delver. Another Study. What a good draw. What a good 2-card rip off that Study. That was their last card. I will trade Djinns if I can here, because if I resolve Flow of Knowledge, I'll be so far ahead I should win. Opponent's down to trade because then they'll have Sky priority with the Fairy Vandal. Reveal the Spell Pierce. They have 6 mana open. They know about the flow too. They know all about it. Let's go for another Terror. They're at 20. They could attack me for 3, but I can attack them back for 8. Never mind. I can attack for 4. I can attack for 8. I guess I'm still favored. They draw a land off the top. This feels like we're gonna get there. They're getting aggressive. We like that. Check the stack for priority. There is none. Okay. Drop 2. The Spell Pierce is a little out of date. Don't need both shredders. Three-turn clock versus 3-turn clock. I think the play is to attempt to Fading Hope this Vandal on their upkeep. Before they can draw a protection spell. Sure, we'll keep a Sleight of Hand. Selection's useful. They draw another land. Okay. I mean, unless their last card is a flow, we're in a great position. Bird up. I got some birdly advice for you. And it's to shred all your documents. They scoop it up. They don't think they can come back from this, and I think they're right. Ooh, that was a close game. We are on the draw. We have Sleights of Hand to try to find a creature, and a Fading Hope to stall for that time. You could mulligan this hand. This hand is kind of a mixed bag. It's a mystery box. You don't know what it really is because these two could turn into something else. But I'm going to keep it because if this turns into a Delver, we have a protected Delver. That's kind of what we're here for. However, if the opponent goes turn 1 creature, it's going to be a hard game. It's not a creature yet. Okay. Shuffler. 3 Sleights of Hand, 3 Fading Hopes, and 2 Slip Out the Backs, and 2 Islands. That's the top 10 cards of the library. Sir Ginger. All right, Terror. So our objective is to get to that Terror. Lots of ways to do it. I'll take the Island. We can wait for combat or the opponent to try to do something before Fading Hope on the Ginger. Gardens. Probably another Anvil deck. That's a pretty tough matchup. Urbrask's Forge. That's going to be really nasty considering it came down on turn 3 on the play and our hand isn't exactly popping off. I'll keep this Delver. We got to get a Terror down pretty soon for this to be a real game. But we are working on it. Ooh, which Shredder would you like? Ditch Shredder. Get the Delver, it's protected. Start making them work for it. We can keep a Shredder growing, it can keep up with the Forge. That card is obnoxious, but we have a Fading Hope for it, which might mess it up. All right. I think we go for this Fading Hope, even though we have Slip Out the Backs in hand. The life loss from Vran is too much. We might even be able to scry a spell to the top. We do. It's not my favorite one in the deck, but we can discard it to Ledger Shredder. And then after the scry, they kill it. Rude. So rude. Ledger Shredder. Gaze? It won't draw... Well, actually, it does draw a card. If it's an island, we're in good shape. But I think we just hold up the Slip. We need this Shredder alive. Could have also played the Terror there. Maybe that's the play, but I love getting the Shredder going, especially with the opponent having these cards in hand. Not interacting here. Holding mana open through the process because the opponent plays Torch the Tower, and they might play some other things too. We gotta get the Shredder growing. The blue flying Tarmogoyf, that's the plan. And see, there's the Torch. Here's the Slip. We save. So that was clutch. Opponent sequenced well. We've got a good player here. Because this way I don't get a Shredder trigger. We draw the island. Am I casting this gaze? I hate casting this gaze. But, oh well. Alright. Terror. Gaze. Shore up. Beautiful. Well, with 2 protection spells, do I need to keep 2 protection spells, or is playing the island good? Yeah, let's keep 2 protection spells. All right. Graveyard, graveyard, terror on top. Let's keep that going. Now we got to start clocking them, right? Because they've got this combo that's going to gain them life each turn. So we got to hit them. While they can't quite hit us, getting through the 5/5 is going to take another turn. And then maybe eventually the Shredder holds back, because it could have high toughness as the game goes on. I mean, this is gonna suck. That drain is gonna add up. Sir Ginger is here. You got another spell. Nope. Let's get their attention. 7 points can be a lot. And we get chumps? Yeah, the drain is worth it, right? We could phase out the Vrand to mess with that. I think we just have to accept it. Finding a witness protection would be really nice. We already used some fading hopes. Don't really want more of those. Get the knife or hold. This goes up to a 3/5. It still doesn't block this, so I need to use a shore up or a slip to... This has trample, yeah? So I have to use a shore up to block. All right. It's an uphill climb, and I don't like it. Don't think we have a legit chance, but I always will try a chance. Synth, okay. Kind of makes them want to play another spell. Kumano. Doesn't really affect the board. Not a great spell for them to cast. Might need an upkeep gaze. We're getting to that point. Ooh, that's a good one. Lifelink is not what we wanted to see. Another terror. Ooh, okay. Tough. It's getting really tough. We got a block. It's a good block. Yeah, good player. They know how to maximize. So, do I have to gaze here? Or can I just slip the forge thing out the back and go, like, I'm not close to a lethal. This thing's not game over, it just eats one of these two. So I guess I have to go for the gaze now. None of those are really what I need. The fourth terror, and it won't do. Yeah, the turn 3 Forge on the play is going the distance, and the Vran combo is so brutal. But the opponent could have lost this game if they played worse. Anvil's good. Harvester's not castable at the moment. 6/1 must be doubled. And we'll still lose life to Vran. Witness Protection might buy us a turn, but there isn't much that I can legitimately do. Well, Island wasn't it, so thank you for the Kimono, even though, you know, I don't like being on 2. Okay. Think. Think. I have to double block the Forge, or slip it out the back. The Anvil will deal me 1. The opponent can turn the Gardens into an Anvil, but it's tapped. But I also have to deal enough damage to win, which seems so unlikely. It seems so unlikely. I don't think I have a chance. I need the opponent to actually just legitimately throw. So I'm going to play like they're going to throw. And it's going to leave them onboard lethal lines that I'm hoping they just don't use. We also have to Witness Protect before attacking, because if we don't, they can just block with the token and we die to it. Because of Vran, if we don't play Witness before attacking. The opponent's smart. I mean, they've been smart all game. It creates the token and it has to attack. So we're definitely dead. I didn't expect to win that. But the play is, you hope that they only attack with the 1/7/1 token. And if they only do that, then maybe we are able to pull it off. Because we slip it out the back, untap, maybe we draw another slip out the back, maybe they repeat the process again. Really unlikely.